Bioraptors were the highly aggressive alien creatures seen in the film Pitch Black. Originally, Pitch Black started life as a script, believe it or not, for Alien 3. And whilst we discuss the aliens that would eventually end up in the repurposed movie, try to keep that in mind, and it's not that much of a leap to see how it could have worked as an alien film. Bioraptors, the scourge of planet M6117. Capable of flight, these creatures had an intense photosensitivity. So much so that merely shining a flashlight on them would cause severe burns to their flesh and bodies. Although not confirmed, it is thought that the Bioraptors were in fact native to the planet featured in Pitch Black, or at the very least native to the M344G system. Interestingly though, they are implied in the movie to be the reason for the total extinction of life forms on the planet, which almost seems to fly in the face of biology. Without food sources to feast upon to sustain themselves, they surely would die out. The other oversight in their design and lore is that a photosensitive alien surely would not evolve to be the dominant life form on a planet within a trinary star system, simply due to the fact that predominantly the planet is bathed in sunlight, in fact at a near constant rate. It is only every 22 years that the planet undergoes a several month-long eclipse, which causes total darkness that the Bioraptors can then come out to feed. Because of these factors, it is assumed that the Bioraptor may have actually been brought to the planet, or at the very least, that is the most likely explanation. They could have actually potentially been a bioweapon as well, but this is purely theory. However, again, note that Pitch Black started life as an Alien 3 film. The creature comes out at night, mostly, was a line used in Aliens.
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
And again, Alien 3 was going to build on that comment and have a hive on a planet coming out at night. The blood of the Bioraptor is thick and blue in colour. This is potentially due to a concentration of copper-based hemoprotein, rather than the human iron-based hemoglobin. The Bioraptor has a thin and streamlined body which appears to be covered in a thick and leathery hide. They have wings, which are in fact capable of flight, but this is only limited and they can't fly at a constant pace, probably due to the evolution of their wings and the inability to support them. The Bioraptor has a twin-forked tail which acts as a weapon, as at the end of its tail are incredibly sharp spikes. The head of the Bioraptor is both its strength and its weakness. It is hard and bony, unlike their bodies. However, they have no eyes and they rely on ultrasonic sensory organs instead. This picks up sound and thus in turn gives them their world view. However, it does leave them open to a blind spot, in between and in the middle of their faces. The Bioraptor seems to have two stages to its life cycle. An infant stage, these are the first to emerge from the depths of the planet when the light fades low. They come out in swarms, almost like the krill from Gears of War. The sheer quantity of the infants make them a formidable creature. As they swarm their enemies and devour everything possible, they can tear a human to pieces in seconds. Now, although they have infants, it is unknown if these are born, or they are hatched, or possibly something else. Research into the species has proved to be problematic, as the scientists tasked with it have all nearly died. The second stage of their development is the adult form. These are often referred to as the big boys. These are the second to come out when the darkness bathes the land, shortly after the infants. The biology of the Bioraptor has nearly only been documented anecdotally. The stalks on either side of their head combined seems to be roughly 2 meters. As mentioned, there is a blind spot directly between the stalks. This is due to how widely spaced the sensory organs are. They have 2 feet, which are almost lizard-like in appearance, and they have 4 incredibly long talons, of which they use to maul and drag their prey to their death. The Bioraptor seems to have strength comparable to humans. However, they are somewhat stronger. Anecdotally, Riddick was able to kill one Bioraptor by himself, though this was with reasonable amount of effort, and Riddick isn't exactly the atypical man, he is also Furian. Although they have these sensory organs, they also have an acute, highly sensitive sense of smell. They can detect blood and track it down near instantly. Due to the widespread extinction they seem to have caused, the Bioraptors have exhausted their food source, and as such, they can often be seen consuming one another, cannibalistic tendencies. Again, important to think of these creatures as the would-be aliens in Alien 3. Interestingly, the underground setup of the Bioraptors lends itself nicely to a hive-like structure, and the fact they come out at night and wouldn't be seen in broad daylight builds on what was established in Aliens. It would have made perfect sense due to the fact we wouldn't have seen the xenomorph at that point in daylight and only on a dark, dingy planet, LV-426, or inside darkened spaceships. So, what do you think of the Bioraptors? To me, they were one of the more interesting creatures to come to the screen in that era of films, although I will say this, Pitch Black, although a film I loved back when it was first released, and I genuinely do mean that, it is a difficult movie to watch judged with today's standards. Unfortunately, it really does not hold up. And for those people that are scoffing at this now, I have every faith that if you were to watch it, you would agree with me and not be blinded by your nostalgia. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on the beasts from Pitch Black, so please do leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section, and also if you had heard of the fact that this film was a repurposed Alien 3. I would love to know whether you know that, or whether this was new and you had heard about the other Alien 3 projects that were considered. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to the channel for more in the future, and if you enjoyed this video then consider leaving it a like and sharing it, as that really helps me out. If you enjoy my content and you want to support the channel further, plus get to know me and have access to exclusive content, please consider becoming a patron via the link in the description box. As always guys, I have been Mr. H, and I will catch you in the next video.